published 11:58 EDT, the 23rd of September 2017, updated 12:08 EDT, the 23rd of September 2017. With 86 shots faced in their last 3 games, you could be forgiven for thinking Burnley have spent the last month under siege. Liverpool, Tottenham and Crystal Palace all had favourable numbers in that department, yet a mix between Tom Heaton and Nick Pope had conceded just twice. We are seeing why. Huddersfield were the latest to conjure plentiful shots at goal but without carving many if any glaring opportunities. Burnley, stubborn whether away or at home, allow individual arrogance to take hold. Let them shoot from distance, take their chances. Ince takes aim from outside the box in the second half and fires a shot that agonizingly whizzes past the post. Burnley striker Wood has a superb opportunity to break the deadlock but misjudges his leap and heads high and off target. Rajiv van La Parra breaks into the box with some fancy footwork but decides to dive after a challenge from Lowton. The Burnley players were not impressed and 3 of their defenders shouted at the floored van La Parra. Kavanagh brandishes a yellow card for the Huddersfield substitute for simulating a dive in the Burnley penalty area. Eventually you arrive at phone numbers. 86 efforts on goal in 3 became 96 in 4, but Pope was rarely threatened. Sure, he pushed wide Rajiv van La Parra's late strike, but that was pretty much it, even if Huddersfield did feel capable of finding a winner. Sean Dyche's decision not to sign a direct replacement for Michael Keane has seen James Tarkowski completing a perfectly timed tactical foul on van La Parra in the final minute to halt a countershine in a division that has lost the desire to defend. He will not have minded the booking. Dyche's midfield are shrewd readers of situations too. Jack Cork patrols excellently and Stephen Defoe's renaissance continues alongside him. David Wagner and Sean Dyche embrace prior to the kick-off of their Premier League match at Turf Moor on Saturday. Burnley midfielder Scott Arfield pulls the shorts of Huddersfield winger Tom Ince as the pair battle for possession for both. This was another point towards the target. And for both, while a largely tedious affair, a valuable afternoon's work. There were glimpses, moments you felt something resembling excitement might break out. Stephen Ward strode forward from left-back to create the chance of the first half. A 1-2 with Scott Arfield took him beyond Tommy Smith and the cross was devilish. Chris Wood nestled between Huddersfield's 2 central defenders but the striker could only glance wide from 8 yards. Chris Wood runs into the channel and looks to get the ball under control as a Huddersfield player puts him under pressure. Abdulhamid Sabiri looks to protect possession and tries to shrug off Stephen Defoe, who is applying pressure. Referee Chris Kavanagh shows no leniency and yellow cards midfielder Jack Cork early on during the first 45 minutes. Wood's record against Huddersfield is enviable, with 8 goals for 4 different clubs, and he gave Matthias Jorgensen problems but required more runners from midfield. Ward was productive, Christopher Schindler's list of crucial clearances growing as Wood lurked. The Kiwi would almost sweep past Jonas Lössl at the near post later. David Wagner's side were disappointing on the ball and took time to grow into the game. Aaron Moy did not pull the strings as he has in the early weeks of this debut Premier League season, and it was not until after half-time they fashioned a first genuine opportunity. Arfield chases down a loose ball and puts Tommy Smith under pressure as the Huddersfield defender tries to usher it out. Huddersfield midfielder Ince sets off on a mazy run and manages to skip past Matthew Lowton's sliding challenge. Cork lost out on halfway and Tom Ince was away, forcefully barging off markers, before slipping in Laurent Depoitre, but the Belgian's shot across Pope was lazy. Pope had no problem gathering the effort. Before and after, the visitors were reduced to shots from distance, and this was niggly, a difficult one to control for referee Chris Kavanagh on only his second top-flight outing. Robbie Brady stung the palms of Lössl, while Elias Kachunga and Ince both fired wide from distance. There came a growing sense that Huddersfield would pose the larger threat. Sean Dyche could be seen bellowing on the far touchline, suited without a jacket, arms outstretched and agitation clear. Burnley have yet to hit the home heights of last season, and that will irk the manager. Not nearly as much as when Van La Parra bore down on Matthew Lowton with 20 minutes left. The substitute pushed past Lowton but ran the ball too far, extravagantly throwing himself to the ground. An outrageous dive in desperation to win a penalty, and Kavanagh rightly booked Van La Parra in front of the disgruntled away supporters. Wood lands awkwardly after competing for the ball in the air with defender Matthias Jorgensen. Huddersfield manager David Wagner looks on concerned during his side's match with Burnley.